Hey, Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne. You like my pinball? All right, so part 2 of this Jungle Lord restoration project extravaganza. I have looked at the lights, both the ones that are controlled by the circuitry, you know, the computer controlled lights, and also the lights that are just general illumination or GI lights. And I've identified some, a mix of both actually. I've identified like 20, yeah, around 20 or so. So I'm gonna change those and be back with you. Also, I'm going to maybe clean up these end of stroke switches. That's that guy right there, because you can see that, but it's really corroded and pitted. Also, there's something strange. This is the right coil right here. It's a 28 volt coil. That number is shown right. Can you? Yep, there it is. So watch this. Right. I don't like that. Does that in the track mode. So, okay, so this is the correct coil, and I'm getting new. These things wear out. My flippers are really weak, and there's some play. Also, this switch is opening right there. It's maybe that's right. I don't know. I don't know this stuff very well. I just watch YouTube videos and pretend to know something, but there's a little bit of slop. I don't see any obvious damage. Maybe that coil's fine. But go over here to, yeah, right up here. Those are 2 wires. What's going on there? Because there should be just one. No? There's 2? Is there 2 here? Yeah, there's 2 there. There's 2, 1, 1. 2, 1, 1. 2, 1, 1. I'm tripping. Okay, so, but here's one thing I'm noticing. That's something else. That's not the same part, or is it? 04656. And that's the flipper that's weak. The right side flipper is like weak. Both the upper one and the lower one weak. So maybe that is throwing things off in the circuit. I think this upper flipper and lower flipper on the right side are running off the same circuit. And if that's not the right part, well, maybe that's causing the trouble. Also, there's a weird end of stroke switch here. I don't know what's going on. I hope I don't short something out. This, it's like 2. There's 2 end of stroke switches, and there's just supposed to be 1. I don't know why there's 2, but I'll change that soon, because these things don't last, you know, forever. This game has probably had tens of thousands of games with these, so that mechanism is going to be changed, as is that. And the upper flipper, yeah, right here. That's a little bit of play in that crank or pawl. It's called a pawl. P-A-W-L, pawl. And there's the other flipper. So I'll change these, meaning putting the new assemblies in, new end of stroke switch, new coil, new plunger, new pawl, and leave the base hardware here. That's probably fine to do. But what I can do in the meantime is maybe give these a nice little sand and see if I can get the contact to improve a little bit, because there's a lot of corrosion from the pitting and the arcing over and over for thousands and thousands of Jungle Lord sessions. So yeah, that's my plan of attack. And maybe, oh yeah, here, switch 2. I'll clean that up a little bit. This flipper switch there, I'll clean the contacts, and it's like a leaf spring switch, I think. I'll clean that up a little bit on both sides. Get the lights changed and be back on the flippity floppity. All right. Hi, Dwayne. All right, I think I found out why one of the slings is not firing. When I was nosing around back here, I noticed that in close vicinity, this wire right here, which would be some sort of leaf spring switch, is disconnected. Is that in focus? Right there. It's just in the neighborhood. And so it's already soldered, tinned, and it's not having anything wired to it, and that wire's right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb and assume that this goes right there, and that's why that sling didn't work. Sling was for that bumper right there. All right, so I got all the GI and lights replaced. I did sand the end of strokes contacts just a little bit, see if that improves the game a little bit. So I'm gonna make that solder there to there. I got 3 more lights and they're way in the back of all those wires. Ugh. So did you know there's over 1,000 feet of wire in a pinball from this era? And I blame her. Okay, welcome back to Jungle Lord. I've got all the GI lights and the game lights replaced, I think. I don't think I've missed any, but one thing I've been doing is looking at this side and see if there's any that aren't coming, but I think I got them all. Those were, sorry Lord for those words I was using, I can't help myself. Those were tough to get. There's lots of wires in the way there, but got them. Also, I adjusted the leaf end of switch, leaf switches, end of stroke leaf switches, I think these are called, to where they just spread apart right at the very end. I got those bent just a little bit, see if that helps with the strength until I get my new, right at the very end, until I get my new set of end of stroke switches. Same way with this one, right at the very end. And plug to Ronnie at Lions Arcade for the many hours of videos I've binged watching him. So Malam Grand Mufti, Chief Pinball Wizard Technician Guru, has taught me so much. I should claim continuous education hours from all that Ronnie's taught me. So basically I got lights in. I knew which ones were out from just observation, looking at the playfield and trying to jot them down. And also when it's in attract mode here, it's very obvious most of the time. And I've got the switches hopefully tuned up a little bit. So I'm gonna put it back together and play it. All right, so now all these lights are beautiful. They are all on. I think I got them all. I don't see any that are not coming on. Those are very hard up there, those. But okay, I did test a game already, and the right flipper is still no bueno, but the left flippers seem better, so I'll just have to wait to rebuild those flippers, put new coils in, and see how it goes. Quick game. Fight that jungle tiger and win. Tried to use my Magna save on the right side, but it didn't go so well. Jungle Lord beat me, but hey, we got these lights going. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back when I get the flipper kits and put those flipper rebuild kits and solenoids and all that in and really get this game humming. Thanks for watching. Beat Tiger and win!